Hello, Pillow Academy students. So, Coach Brother wanted me to come and share about how God has changed my life. And I would argue God has changed my life with icebergs. Icebergs. I know what you're thinking. They're kind of cold. They are kind of cold. They're really cold. But when you look at an iceberg, like there's this little bitty section of iceberg above the water, and then there's a lot going on underneath that you can't even see. So I think about these moments of my life. I think about when I was 18 years old and how my father passed away. And I can't get the depths of the storyline here, but at 18 years old, I had just given my life over to God. My father passed away. He's one of my best friends, and all I could think about was, what's the point? I have given my life over to God. I've chased after who you are, and now you've taken away something that I love and care about. But after that, I began to see through Psalms 136 that there's this verse, and every verse says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for His love endures forever." Next verse, "For His love endures forever." Every time it ends with "For His love endures forever." And I began to see to the people around, they showed up, and as they showed up for my father's funeral and showed up for me in my time of college, the friends that I just made, I began to see God's love poured through them. I began to see that His love truly does endure forever. That they cared about me as a person and wanted to stand with me and be there with me. And then I think about 5 years ago and how I had this bad car accident, guys, and I was ripped of everything in my life. I lost it all. I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to talk. I lost all feeling in my right side. I thought I was never going to be able to teach again. I thought I was never going to be able to play music again. I thought I was never going to be able to do anything again. In actuality, I should still be a vegetable in a bed today, and I'm not. And here's the thing: is that I look at that scripture verse in James 1, 2 through 4. Count it all joy, for the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. The steadfastness, when it's at its full effect, will be perfect and lacking in nothing. When I see that verse, I think about joy was so hard for me to see in those moments. And I thought about the same question I thought about when I was 18. What's the point? I've done all these things. I'm a good guy. I follow God. I chase after God. I've told students about God. I sing about God on Sundays. Like, I am doing the best I can with what I have to follow everything about God. And see, like it was in those times I began to remember about that iceberg. And I became a cold person because wasn't willing to go into the depths of who I was as a person. So guys, here's the thing, is that in our life, it's very easy to live our lives on the surface, to live our lives in that view that should be looked just right with Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and partying and having fun and being where we need to be at. We live on that surface. But here's the thing. When we dig into the depths, when we dig into more than what we can see and realize, we start to see who we were created to be. And I would argue that's what's changed my life. Is long ago all of this scripture and all the vacation Bible schools and all the youth group and all the ministry opportunities and the church, like through the moments of my life, I have seen the depths of God. And as I've seen the depths of God, I have seen that I was created and you were created to become more like Him. So what's the point? The point. Here's the point. The point is that one of the things I really enjoyed as a person is I enjoy having the right tools for the job, having the right things for the job, and I begin to see is that this working process of us evolving and growing and coming to know God. But see, like if we're going to chase everything else, we can't come to know God. But as we come to know God, what we do, guys, is that as we come to know God, we become to know who we are. And like a good machine or like a good tool to be able to do a job, like that's what we start to become. That's what the point is. As our relationship grows with God, Wes says it all the time, it's about a relationship with Jesus. As our relationship grows with God, what we find is that we look into the depths, we dig deeper, and we become more like Him. We're becoming what we were made to be. We're getting life and life abundant. Scripture talks about that. You want life? Follow God. Like, it's very easy and so blasted hard. Guys, it's so hard. So here's the thing. This is my challenge. My challenge is for us as students, what if we sit and we're tired of the surface, okay? And we start to dig into the depths of who God made us to be. And as we do that, we begin to share. Come in my office. I'm in my office right now. Come in my office and sit down and tell me about what God has done in your life. That's what I want to hear. Inspire me to do the same. Guys, like that's what I want more than anything else. I hope that you are seeing God in a different way, in a different light, and that I can inspire you to see Him in a different way. As an adult, I want to stand there and walk with you and remind you of the greatness and goodness of God. Because in these years that I have lived, He has changed everything. Because that's who He is. When He starts to get a hold of you guys, He's going to change everything.